YouTube, what's going on? It's professional Madden player and competitive Madden analyst T. Davis, and in today's video we're going over an NFL concept that works in the real world NFL but also applies to Madden. This concept works in Madden every single year. It's one of the easiest things you can do on offense. Yes, I'm talking about the mesh concept. This is a staple in college and NFL offenses. You know, we saw Mike Leach really bring this to the college ranks with the air raid offense. Now we see guys like Kliff Kingsbury with the Arizona Cardinals, who was formerly from Texas Tech with Mike Leach, bring it to the NFL. But we see a lot of other offenses really apply it into their game. And I'm here to show you guys in this video how you can apply it to Madden. It's really effective, it's really simple, and it's going to really force the defense to be out of position. Ideally, we want to run this out of compressed sets, but it really will work out of spread sets as well. And this mesh concept is going to allow us to beat man and zone. It's going to beat man because we're going to kind of have some crossing routes running into each other. And it's going to force those defenders to not be able to stay with their man, especially if you have good speed, good route running. And then with zone, we're really going to stress the user over the middle of the field. As you guys know on defense, most guys use their linebacker or sometimes even their safety in the middle of the field. And what this is going to allow is going to have two kind of underneath routes, drags, slants, whatever they may be, and then a route behind it that's really going to force the defense into a panic. There's also some other variations we can throw in there, you know, throwing in a corner route as well, but it's kind of a high-low read, and we're really just forcing all these defenders in the middle of the field to choose one, and then we're going to the opposite one. Make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a like down below. Comment your thoughts. What are the schemes? What are the formations? What are the concepts, playbooks you want me to break down? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe here to the channel on YouTube. We're almost at that 2,000 subscriber mark. Don't forget to check me out playing live on stream on twitch.tv/TDavisBrand every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, as well as sometimes on weekends for some weekend league. Watching pro players play can only make you better, so make sure you tune into those streams. And if you want to improve your game, make sure to check out my coaching sessions now available. I have 30-minute and 60-minute sessions. We're going to have these all the way through in Madden 21 as well. It's been a huge surprise, man. People have loved it. I've had returning clients, customers, so make sure you go ahead and check out all that content below. Don't forget to follow me on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram at TDavisBrand. But that's it, guys. Let's jump into today's video. Alright guys, so today's video we're breaking down the mesh concept, and the mesh concept is an air raid staple. It's really made its way into so many offenses in the college and pro ranks. Like I said in the intro, you see guys like Mike Leach, Kliff Kingsbury, all incorporating this into their offense, but a lot of other pro style offenses are also incorporating this, and it's one of the staples in the NFL. And the beautiful thing about it is because it forces the defense into a panic. Like I said, it's going to beat man and zone. You're basically going to have two crossing routes. As you can see here, we're in the mesh concept selection in practice mode. And you're going to have two crossing routes from opposite directions. So it's really going to force the man-to-man guys to kind of run into each other. It's almost like a rub type of offense. And then ideally, you want a route a little bit deeper behind it, usually a post route, but even like a deep dig route or even a corner route makes this play even better. It's going to beat man and zone, like I said, and versus man, they're going to kind of run into each other, especially if you have high speed, high route running guys running these drags, these crossers, these posts. It's really going to be difficult for any man-to-man to kind of catch on, and it's going to stress your user as well, specifically versus zone defense. So if they're in zone defense, and usually, like I said in the intro, you know, the defender is going to user kind of in the middle of that field with that linebacker or that safety, and it's going to force them to either bite on one of these drags underneath. If they do bite underneath, we're throwing over the top to that post, that corner, that deep dig. If they bite and stay back over the top, we just check down and take our drag every time for an easy 3 to 6 yard gain. Also here in Madden 20, the low ball is so effective, so it's really difficult for any zones to kind of cover these routes with a low ball, especially a motion slant or a drag underneath. But this is a universal concept, like I said, that'll really work in any Madden, and specifically if we want to run this in Madden 20, I think it's a staple to start your offense once the game does release. So take a look at it. We're going to search by concept here, as you can see, and we're going to kind of move over until we get to that medium pass. And you're going to see the mesh concept. And I'm in the West Coast playbook right now, but any playbook you can kind of search this way. Also, you don't have to search this way. You can just know your playbook, and if you have a play that looks like this, or you know has a couple drags and a crossing route or anything over the middle, then you kind of can run that same thing. So, you know, the first thing that always stands out to me, and it's one of the best plays every year, but it truly works for this concept, is the mesh post. And we've seen mesh post is one of the best plays every year on the competitive circuit as far as Madden goes. And I'm going to show you here why. So we're going to come out, we basically can run any play on defense. So I'm going to do random play. And as you'll see here, we're going to have those dual drags, and we're going to have the post behind it. But now, what people don't realize is that we have two routes to the flat as well. We're going to have the running back on that wheel, and we're going to have the tight end on the flat. So with this tight end on the flat here, he's going to bring out the flats zones even more if this is zone, and it's going to allow our drag with X here, once he crosses over the field, to kind of sit in a little pocket, and you're going to be able to throw that before he gets to the flat defender, because the flat defender is brought out by this tight end. right? So then same thing on the left side. And ideally, I like to block the running back majority of the time, specifically versus a blitz. This is one of the best blitz beaters in the game. I also didn't mention that. The mesh concept is so good versus the blitz because we're going to be able to make a quick read. Like I said, if you have good route running, you're going to be able to beat man real quick. And versus zone with a blitz, you're going to be able to throw in a little open area. So ideally, I like to block the running back on this, but you don't need to. But like I said, so that's going to bring the drag for RB to get open in a little pocket. And then backside, we have this little post over the top if they do play underneath. You can also, if it's an extreme heavy blitz, you can just max protect like this and just have those two underneath routes with the post behind it. But let's go ahead and run the play just stock versus random coverage, and let's just try to hit something open. As you can see here, it's a man-to-man blitz. Boom, we have that quick post. Right when he cuts, we hit a possession catch. Gonna go ahead and take a look at the replay. So it was a man-to-man pressure look. So right off the jump, we had one of these drags too. If we would have had about 2 more seconds, but we could have easily checked that underneath for an easy 5 to 6 yard gain. And then we have basically these dual crossing routes. But with a good route runner and good speed here, these post routes are always going to torch man-to-man with a quick cut. Boom, right there. He's going to have that little step on him, and you just throw that in possession catch. Same thing once again. Looks like we have a zone look here. We're just going to kind of wait. Boom, we have that drag getting open in the middle of the pocket. I'm going to go ahead and run this play one more time. Then we're going to look for another concept. As you can see, boom, we can throw to the flats really quickly right there to Noah Fant. You want to have some speed on the field, like I said. But this concept is going to be universally good in every formation. If you can find it, it's going to be a staple of Madden 21 offense. Let's jump into another mesh concept. So something I like to do, and I told you guys that I really love the mesh concept out of compressed or bunch sets. And something you can do is find a play with a corner route. So here we're in the play deep corner, and this is a good play because it also has this smart routed deep dig route, and that's really good in these mesh concepts. But I want to show you guys, all I like to do here is have double drag. So I'm going to put B on a drag and A on a drag like this. And we're going to motion B to the left side. So it's going to create better spacing. We're going to have these dual drags. We're also going to have that corner out to the sideline. And then we're going to have the backside deep dig. So it's another great mesh concept I like to utilize in my offense. It's a staple of my offense pretty much every year. As you can see, it was man-to-man. Boom, Noah Fant gets wide open on the sidelines. Let me go ahead and take a look at the replay and show you guys what I mean. So we motion over that drag, and utilizing motion with these mesh concepts is very good too. It's going to create more spacing, like I said. It's going to allow him to burn his man, so we can still throw that motion drag. We're going to have about 4 steps on him here, but as you can see, Noah Fant was just wide open, and that's why this is so good versus man, because like I said, you're going to kind of get a little rub effect, even if it's not great in Madden as it would be in real life. They're going to still kind of just rub off a teeny bit, and you're going to gain that extra 1 or 2 steps. Then boom, if we had a good route runner here in the slot, this corner route will usually beat man. If not, versus zone, it will get behind any hard flats. Corner route's one of the best routes in Madden every year. And then, boom, we have this backside deep dig. And we can either lowball that right there with a possession catch, or as you can see, he just burns his man wide open. We can throw that. So we have this high-low read with these 2 drags, and then these 2 routes behind it. I'll go ahead and run it one more time just for the video. So double drags there with A and B, motion over B like this. Kind of wait and see, what do we have? Boom, corner out quickly, possession catch over there. Alright, so the next way I love to run mesh is out of these under center formations. If you're a heavy runner, this is a beautiful way to mix in the pass and to stay balanced. These mesh concepts are really good. They're very safe, effective, simple, and ideally, I love the formation single back wing tight. I don't have it in this playbook, but any formations that have 3 tight ends, it's a really good way to mix in the mesh concept. But here we're in this single back ace or single back big. Play is called inside cross, and you're going to see we have these dual drags underneath, and that's really our first read. We want to be safe. We can kind of hit one of these drags, see if we get a little rub off the defenders, or if they beat their man, we just throw our little drag, get our 3 to 5 yards, and take the easy completion. If they do decide to bite on one of those underneath, we're going to wait and hit either that backside dig or the backside post route. So let's go ahead and run it, see what we see. I like to block the halfback usually as well. So boom, right off the jump, we throw our little drag to Y, we get up the field, and look at that. It's just a simple 1-2 drop. Throw it, we get about 5 yards right off the jump like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay. As you can see, boom, we have dual drags. The zones are kind of running back, as you can see here. Watch this defender right here. If they don't have hard flats, they're going to be able to throw drags all day long without hard flats. So as you can see, he's kind of just running back a few steps, and we can have that easily for a completion. We had this guy man-to-man. He has a step on him. We have good route running there with Noah Fant. Over here, we have a less route running type guy in Jeff Herman. and he's going to kind of just get in that little zone. As you see, that defender kind of dropped off, giving us enough space on the sidelines. We could even waited through that 2 seconds later, got more to the sidelines. But if we didn't want to throw that, you see the defenders start to slowly bite, and we would have had this dig route going right about there with a possession catch. Gonna go ahead and run the play one more time, just block the halfback, and we're gonna try to throw to one of these dual drags right off the jump. Let's see if we have one. We don't. We're gonna possession catch that little backside dig route. So as you see, they kind of bit down the drags just for a second, allowing that deep dig route to get open in some space. We're able to click on and make a possession catch. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. It's one of the best concepts in the NFL that we can apply to Madden. This works every year in Madden universally out of any formation, looking for that mesh concept. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Comment down below your thoughts, and if you did like this video, go ahead and give it a like, and let me know down below your thoughts. What other things you want to see me break down as we head into Madden 21? I appreciate all the support. Until next time, I'm out.